Começou.
Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused.
Tá se auto-vendo, dá pra tu ver tua cabecinha ali. Falta a minha cabecinha, dá pra tu ver tua cabecinha. Falta a minha cabecinha, dá pra tu ver tua cabecinha. Oh, meu Deus. Ó, tava aberto.
That would be a perfect way to celebrate.
Não tá online ainda no Twitch.
Tá, pô. Eu tô na sala. Olha eu aqui digitando. Oi.
Eu tô no Twitch aqui, tá aparecendo no
Estou
fila.
assistindo. Clica em chat. Tem a aba de chat aí.
But if there's one thing that the last year has taught us, it's that being apart physically
Eu tô vendo o Renato atrás, pô.
for moving forward.
Não, mas no Twitch você não tá on. Agora deixa eu ver.
Eu tô na Twitch vendo o Renato atrás, pô.
Diving in.
Ah, tá, agora eu tô. Agora eu tô.
Pronto, beleza. YouTube já tá e Facebook também. Só que o YouTube tá sem categoria.
Doesn't stop us from sharing our latest epic gaming story. We're celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us. Now, to be honest, I wasn't sure how well
Tô usando
Blizzard.
retorno no teu microfone, esse do cara falando.
There are thousands of people
Como é?
all needing to work
Eu tô ouvindo
together
retorno no teu microfone do cara
for
falando.
purposes,
Peraí,
games,
ajeitei.
and experiences. Never has it felt more true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear that the magic of creating a Blizzard isn't just
Trazer
tied
pouquinho,
to
Renato,
a
porque tá
physical
na frente.
location.
Aí eu fico querendo olhar
It's
pro...
tied to the people who work here, and I continue to be so proud of each and every one of them. Thank you, Blizzard. We create these games and pour all of our energy and heart into them. But it is
Mas é melhor,
you,
porque pelo menos eu
the
não fico
Blizzard
nem olhar,
community,
Renato, pro lado, porque eu tô
that
vendo, eu
brings
tenho que olhar
them
pra
to
cá.
life. And that's why BlizzCon Live
É um segundo,
is a
né?
celebration of you.
Mas tu não tá ouvindo o meu também, né?
The
Tu
guild
pode só não olhar pra minha tela.
Healers, DPS, tanks, innkeepers, Zerg, Terran, Protoss,
Foda que não tem isso no Brasil.
Shimada,
Foda.
the heroes of Sanctuary and of the Storm. These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community. For World of Warcraft,
Cara, ele tá muito ruim de você no retorno
we'll
aqui, né,
be
Renato?
showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic. I'm sure you're all burning in anticipation for that one. Hearthstone is getting back to its roots in a major
Ele tá com
way.
Redstone.
We can't wait to show you how.
Vai voltar pros seus roots, Renato. Ele falou Redstone.
We also have news for our Diablo community. Some of you were able to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha. I really enjoyed
Alpha do Diablo
seeing
Immortal, né?
players embrace the multiplayer aspect of meeting in town. We can't wait for more of you to get your hands on it. So, it's only the beginning of the year, and already there is so much to look forward to, even though we can't yet be together in
É melhor
person.
vai ter o computador, Renato. Tá... É sério,
Overwatch
desculpa, mas tá muito ruim.
We'll be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see
E desligar a
if the
TV,
San
tá? É sério.
Francisco
Eu não tô
Shock
conseguindo entender o que o cara fala, porque fica dois negócios ao mesmo tempo, tá ligado, né? Foi mal.
World of Warcraft Esports is
Depois a gente
back
vê esse Renato aqui de novo, se tiver.
with the Arena World Championship.
Comecei a assistir agora.
Mythic Dungeon International, already in full swing in Shadowlands. StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 Esports
Não sei,
are
Renato,
going
ele tá muito ruim o
strong
retorno.
with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour. And qualifiers are already underway for the first online stop of the 2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour, with the first event taking place next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time to when times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s, the internet was a baby. CD sales had
Tá falando do
finally
começo, eu acho, da
eclipsed
Blizzard.
cassette tapes. Cassette tape, it's a rectangle
Tá
piece of
vendo?
plastic, and there's a tape inside, and
Gustavo?
music would get recorded on. And
Foi mal, eu tô aqui, eu tô mandando no WhatsApp pro pessoal entrar, tô mandando os links.
It sounds crazy.
Eu tô. A minha câmera não tá funcionando não. Quando eu ativo, fica uma bolinha girando, vê.
DOS or Mac PCs.
Só agora ou...
Não, é uma coisa com o Discord.
Access and auto
Ó, fica a bolinha girando aí e não sai porra nenhuma. Acho que é porque a câmera tá sendo usada pelo Streamlabs, que é o bagulho de coisa. Pera aí, eu vou dar um jeito aqui ainda.
Então. Ah, não, só falando sobre a história da Blizzard. Quando começou, tá?
Now we're talking. What a play! Crank up the volume! Unbelievable!
Lembra muita nostalgia esse jogo, velho.
Lost Viking, né? Eu acho que é. O primeiro jogo da Blizzard. O do Vikings, pelo menos. Eles vão lançar isso pra onde? Oxi, PS4, Xbox. What the fuck?
The Blizzard Arcade Collection, featuring the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn.
Tô terminando de mandar as coisas no WhatsApp pra poder entrar na live rapidinho, tá? Vou ajeitar minha câmera, mas deixa eu terminar de divulgar.
The original experience of all three titles in 13 different languages, with a couple of quality of life upgrades. As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s.
Um follower novo!
And for those of you who purchased any Blizzard Disney Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net,
Como é que fala esse nome, Krillad?
receive
De
Blizzard
Luvatar.
Arcade Collection on PC today.
O Vatar, vou ser dos anéis, hein?
É um follower novo, acabou da follow. Seja muito bem-vindo ao clube, mano. Tamo junto.
For World of Warcraft.
E Luvatar não é o deus criador dos anéis?
Eu tô com um probleminha na webcam, pessoal. Quem tá aí conosco é Krillad, tá? Daqui a pouco eu entro.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. No matter where you are, World of Warcraft unites us
Eita,
all.
capaz de ter cinemático,
Whether you're
Gustavo.
exploring the Shadowlands, classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it, because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first, let's start with some Covenant pride. Kyrian, take flight. Nightfey, let the hunt
TCG tá de bigode e camisa vermelha. Novo visual.
to war. Vintha, let's party. The world has thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon, and the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team has been connecting with all of you. The bonds we forge with our guilds and family and friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th anniversary, we're so grateful to have the most dedicated and friendly communities in gaming. Let's recap the events in Azeroth. In WoW Classic, we fought an endless battle for
Classic.
South Shore and Tauren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Ahn'Qiraj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of
Gambiarra, botei minha câmera por cima do Discord.
Shadowlands.
Pegou?
We helped our covenant recover from the
Não é a câmera do Discord, não.
brought on by
Ah,
Sire
tá de vermelho
Denethrius,
também?
master of the Vinthier and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls of Torghast and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denethrius from his castle
Cara,
lair.
coloca a cinemática porque o cara tá enrolando aí. Se não tivesse cinemática, eu estiro.
Innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment, and heroes like Anduin remain chained in its depths. The jailer continues to grow in power. He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake.
Quem deu follow foi o Thiago do CCG, do Zap, Thiago? Do Luvatar.
Oi?
You may be wondering what she's been up to all this time. Today, we're excited to unveil our first
Seja bem-vindo.
content update for Shadowlands, Chains of Domination.
Tá falando do primeiro patch que eles vão lançar pra pra expansão Shadowlands.
Look
Que é
around.
Chains. Pô, o que
What
que ele
makes
falou?
you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause, or be made to serve.
São só cinemáticos dentro do
Right
jogo que a
now,
gente já viu, quem jogou.
You hold all the power. Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Anduin. Eu sei que é spoiler, Gustavo, mas aí vai ter que ver mesmo. Eita, eu acho que vai ter, Gustavo.
O gráfico do jogo é assim, é.
Ah, não, não. Esse é do in-game, é in-game.
Tá bonito.
What
Esse é
if
novo.
Denathrius' treachery is irreparable? The Primus is lost, and Bastion cannot save the Shadowlands alone.
None of this should have happened.
Perhaps the Winter Queen could.
My Archon, a living soul, seeks an audience.
A mortal?
A king.
Holy shit.
By all our measures, one who has spent his life striving for justice.
Holy fuck. Lute.
One who would give
Anduin.
anything to serve his people.
Ela é quem anda, né, Gustavo?
One whose heart is true.
Very well. He may approach.
Dá merda isso.
Step forward.
Gustavo?
My ascended have spoken of you. The king
Tô te ouvindo, não.
held captive in the mall.
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have a key that I need.
You will release this soul from your grasp.
No. He is bound to me.
Just as you once sought to bind your own brother.
Caralho.
The vessel performed its part flawlessly. 3 keys remain. Then they will see. Death was never meant.
A arte de WoW tá ficando foda, Thiago.
Eles vão libertar esse jailer que tá preso, tipo, na espécie de inferno, né, deles.
Ele consegue explicar melhor, mas a intenção do gráfico dele não é parecer humano, é cartoon mesmo, não é isso?
É.
That is so intense.
Porra, eu queria uma cinemática mais bem feita. Será que não
I
vai
know you
ter?
probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw and what it means for the next stage of your
Quero ver o que ele
Shadowlands
fala.
journey. Later today, my teammates Ian and Jeremy will be telling you more about Chains of Domination in our Shadowlands.
Esse é o
update.
próximo patch, né?
Please
Vai ter
check out
raid, vai
the
ter o
World of
conteúdo novo
Warcraft channel to find
do
out.
Warcraft.
Next, I'm excited to share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community
Queria falar de um
about
pet
how
agora,
much they love
pra
these
caridade.
pets
Sim,
and the
é...
opportunity
Tu viu,
to
o Anduin
give
vai
to
ser
a
tipo o
good
novo
cause,
Arthas, tá ligado,
along
Gustavo?
with
O novo
ideas
Lich
to
King.
make the program even better.
Que massa,
A
velho.
gente descobriu no jogo que o Lich King foi criado por esse cara daí, que é o Jailer. E com o objetivo de libertar ele. Só que a gente venceu o Lich King. Então ele meio que fez a mesma coisa que ele fez no Lich King. Então esse Anduin, que é o rei de Stormwind, sabe quem é, né? Esse daí tu conhece da história. Dos
Sim.
cinemáticos e tal. Aí aparentemente ele virou o novo Arthas, tá ligado? Praticamente. Eu acho que ele vai ser o boss desse próximo patch. Agora, eu não acho que a gente vai matar ele, né? Como a gente matou Arthas. Porque, tipo, Arthas tinha feito merda, né? Esse ano foi forçado. Ele é bonzinho ainda, tá ligado?
Sim.
Silvanas, aparentemente, ela tá meio arrependida de ter feito merda, né? Ela viu que esse cara daí que ela se aliou não era isso tudo que ela imaginava.
Será que vai ter um plot twist, ela vai ser boazinha?
Provavelmente. Ela tá toda arrependida ali, pô. Porque o objetivo dela era quebrar a máquina da morte, porque ela chegou à conclusão que a morte era injusta, porque, tipo, você não podia escolher como você ia ser na sua vida. Tipo, as circunstâncias escolhiam que você ia ser, e no final você era julgado se você foi bom ou ruim. E você ia, tipo, pro semelhante ao inferno, que é o Mol, ou você ia pra o céu, tá ligado? Só que não era justo. E ela sabia disso. Ela se aliou a ele porque ele promete quebrar essa máquina da morte. Não sei exatamente o que fazer, tipo, todo mundo fica vivo, ninguém morre mais. Isso daí não deu pra entender ainda.
Com sua subscrição.
Mas pelo visto ela tá meio arrependida de ter se aliado a ele.
Deixa eu te interromper rapidinho. A gente acabou de receber um sub aí, Tiluvatá, muito obrigado, viu, pela força. E sempre vem aqui a partir das 19h30, tamo aqui, hein? Muito obrigado.
Vou falar sobre o Classic agora.
First, I'd like to thank all of you who have ever been part of the WoW community over the years. You know, online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a developer myself, I remember hearing that Blizzard was going to be making their own MMO. And I thought, well, I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW. But really, wow. I could not believe I got bit by
O
the
Classic
MMO
chegou no último patch,
again.
recentemente, agora em dezembro.
I was so
Que
excited
foi
to
o
be able to
Naxxramas,
make a
né?
Night Elf
Então, tipo, ele já seguiu
Hunter
toda a
and
linha
be
que ele
like that
precisava seguir.
famous Dark Elf Ranger from the books
E
that I
agora a
love.
próxima etapa, provavelmente,
I have
é o
to tell
Burning
you,
Crusade Classic.
Azeroth was and still is a place
Que vai
I
ser
love
o
to
quê?
live.
Vão
Since
reviver a primeira
last year,
expansão, né,
I've had the
que é o
great
Burning
honor
Crusade.
to work alongside the WoW Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life.
Tá ouvindo, Gustavo? Não tô te ouvindo, não.
Então eu tô calado porque eu tô discutindo no chat aqui. Discutindo não, né? Conversando no chat da Twitch.
Ah, beleza. Quem é que tá vendo aí?
Tem 8 pessoas assistindo. Jesus.
Jesus.
Tá reclamando que o volume tá no mínimo. Vou aumentar mais o volume pra ele ouvir.
And then saw the Fell Reaver, biggest roamer I had ever seen, and I was
E agora, Jesus, tá bom?
had feigned death in that moment. And that's the thing about WoW. These stories and experiences
Eu tô com a roupinha combinando com a Druquilha ali.
keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us next.
Eita, Burning Crusade.
You dare enter my realm.
Muito legal.
Your foolishness has brought you to this end. Take my blood and choke on it.
Death to the outsiders.
Baixo.
I'll turn your world upside down.
Ele dando muito bom. Quando eu comecei a jogar na Blizzard. pessoal vai surtar. Eu acho que tem mais gente que gosta do Burning Crusade do que do Classic até.
Fala agora, Clina, pra testar o áudio, que eles falaram que tua voz tá baixa.
Tô testando aqui, tá ouvindo?
So many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh, or being awestruck at the chaotic magic alive in Netherstorm, the Draenei in Exodar, the Blood Elves in Silvermoon. I love playing them both. Do you choose to enlist the Aldor or the Scryers in your quest to fight the Legion? And of course, we can't forget gathering all your friends to fight Illidan at the top of the Black Temple. I can't wait to relive it all with you. Since the team first set out on their own quest to bring the original WoW back to life, we have learned a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience. We've also learned when to keep things just as they were, and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic, with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fel Reaver for the first time, or when you were digging through piles of Felhound poop. Of course, we can't get this right without you, our incredible community. Soon, you'll be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay?
Eles vão fazer servidores separados. Pra quem quiser ficar no Classic pra sempre, pode ficar. Tá entendendo? Na expansão do Classic, primeiro o Vanilla. E eles vão fazer servidores novos. Se você quiser migrar seu personagem para o Burning Crusade, você vai. Senão você fica lá no outro para sempre. Tipo, você vai jogar onde você quiser. Ou se você quiser começar do zero, o Burning Crusade também.
Isso é top. Isso quer dizer que eles vão fazendo isso pra cada expansão também? Não, né?
Provavelmente, viu? Mas eu acho que eles só vão. Eu acho que eles só vão chegar até o Wrath, porque foi a mais popular. Mas é capaz de eles fazerem pra todas. Sério mesmo. Porque eles podem deixar 1 ou 2 servidores pra cada um no futuro. De boa, tá ligado? Sempre vai ter alguém pra querer jogar.
Entendi.
Hearthstone, vamos ver. Aí é com a Adolfo, hein? Adolfo que gosta.
O Adolfo nem chegou.
Then we went to Skullman's Academy and got to explore dual class cards and their powerful synergies.
Falar que vou voltar pra base do WoW, pras raízes. Vamos ver o que isso quer dizer.
Alongside the menacing old gods in Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. We launched a brand new game mode, Duels, that saw more than 10 million matches on its first day. We also introduced our long-awaited achievement system and made a significant overhaul to the rewards and progression within the game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the Year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for Hearthstone this year. Welcome to the Year of the Griffin. Over the last couple of years, we've made big changes to Hearthstone. Throughout the Year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences and make sure that the tens of millions of you playing Hearthstone are always excited to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever, with the launch of the Core Set later this year. The Core Set replaces the old Basic and Classic sets with a collection of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the years, as well as 29 awesome brand new cards. And the best thing about the Core Set is that it's entirely free. So, there's never been a better time to get into Hearthstone.
Entendi não, esse
Here are 3 of Hearthstone's legendary dragons, reimagined to feel more up-to-date and competitive for modern-day Hearthstone. Ysera the Dreamer. You'll finally receive her full arsenal of dream cards right away. She's a nightmare for your opponents.
Caramba, tão bufando as cartas aí, hein?
Malagos the Spellweaver. He'll fill your hand with spells and is a powerful late-game play, worthy of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's favorite Black Dragon.
Não, Deathwing.
Deathwing. He's still as destructive as ever,
but timed correctly, he won't leave you empty-handed. We'll also be launching a brand new format, Classic, where you can play Hearthstone as it was when it first launched.
Boa! Eu queria muito
The
tempo
Classic
isso.
format will be fully supported, complete with
Modo
ranks
clássico.
and rewards using Hearthstone's original set of cards. So, if you want to relive the old school experience, then Classic is the
Demorou
place
pra
for
eles
you.
lançarem isso.
With Classic revisiting the past, now let's take a look
Tipo o
to the
Classic
future
pro Hearthstone.
and explore the first expansion of the year of the Griffin.
Primeira expansão desse ano.
You're a hero of the Horde. All roads lead to the crossroads. You have come for adventure. But the Barons wants to break you. Your axe must be sharp. Your wits must be keen. And your heart must be mighty. Strength and honor. This is who we are.
Forged in the Berries. Muito bom. Berries é aquele mapa que parece uma planície africana lá do Hearthstone. Muito
That's
legal.
right. We're headed to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens, and we'll come face to face with the heroes that inhabit it. Starting with one of the Horde's most iconic and well-known characters, a fierce loyalist, one-time war chief that embodies the honor, loyalty, and spirituality of the Horde, Shadowhunter Vol'jin. Shadowhunter Vol'jin is a neutral legendary that allows you to either bolster your own board or weaken that of your opponents. And to celebrate the announcement of Forged in the Barrens, this card is available for free for everyone later today. So log into
Dou de graça a
Hearthstone
carta.
and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter Vol'jin. And as a bonus, we're also giving away a
legal.
brand new 30 years of Blizzard card back. Next, we have another hero of the Horde who is making his first appearance in Hearthstone. The legendary Blade
Muro.
Master,
Blade Master do
Samuro,
Warcraft 3.
featuring the new keyword Frenzy. Frenzy activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case, this can be used to clear your
Legal.
opponent's board. Heroes of the Horde, like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess, but others, like Thrall, are known for their powerful elemental magic. Take a look at this new shaman spell, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is a spell in a new cycle of cards that rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana, ensuring that they're always useful at every stage in the game. You'll also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens, we'll be permanently introducing spell schools across the entire game, which enables a whole host of exciting new strategies. And don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year. But what I love most about the Warcraft universe is its amazing characters. And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes. Hearthstone Mercenaries. Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe, including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner, and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Gruul the Dragon Slayer.
Legal. Tipo RPG, não teve Hearthstone?
Eu tô falando no chat, tá ligado? Mas eu tô aqui, viu?
Tá, beleza.
Each node represents a unique challenge for your team to take on. Your heroes gain levels, new abilities, equipment, and can even evolve into more powerful versions
totalmente
of
diferente, hein?
themselves. We're thrilled to finally show you Hearthstone Mercenaries. It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road. Everything you've seen today is just a taste of what's coming in the Year of the Griffin. So don't forget to tune in to our deep dive panel after the opening ceremony, where we'll share more details on the core set, the new classic format, Forged in the Barrens, and our plans for Battlegrounds and Duels.
Legal, estão diversificando bastante no Hearthstone. Estão se arriscando. Fico com vontade de voltar a jogar, faz tempo que eu não jogo.
Tu podia fazer live de Hearthstone, pô, tem uma lacuna da porra. Não tem um BR massa.
Que faz live de Hearthstone, ele é famoso até.
Se quiser fazer, eu tô aqui pra ajudar as paradas aí, técnica.
Tem que começar do zero, faz muito tempo que eu não jogo Hearthstone. Eita, diabo. Vamos ver. Tá com a expectativa aí, né? Vai lançar o jogo pra celular do Diablo e também o Diablo 4 a qualquer momento aí. Mais anúncios.
Thank you very much for joining us. I am so excited to kick off the Diablo segment of our show, and I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today. We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community. All right, let's kick things off with Diablo 4.
Opa.
We first shared our game with you during BlizzCon of 2019.
Sorry.
And we've been truly humbled by your response. We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil more and more of the game and share in its development. After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Most recently, we teased an update to our campfire screen, and savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary.
Classe nova no dia 4.
Is one of the most
Eles
exciting
estão sendo as
things
classes
you can
ainda.
announce in a Diablo game. This one is especially exciting to me as it's a re-envisioning of one of the first classes to ever appear in the series. Let's have a look.
Será que é bem feito? Deve ser em game. Ou cartoon ou desenhozinho. Coisa paladino, Gustavo, sei lá.
Paladino Supremo, louro dos olhos azuis.
É uma coisa religiosa. Isso aqui é priest?
Mercy. What are you doing here? This is not the time. But this is confession. And I have sinned. I was a thief who stole from those more fortunate.
Pragana chegou!
Perdeu o Hearthstone, Pragana. Anunciaram tanta coisa.
They call it murder. I say, job well done.
Você é rogue, é assassino, que merda é essa?
Voodoo.
I am a thief, a heretic, a murderer, father. Will Akira save me?
Aumentei o vídeo, Jesus.
Our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you were the answer to their prayers.
Then we are settled. And you owe me.
The name you seek is... Thank the heavens for you.
Esse falou que é do Diablo 1 lá, esqueci o nome, mas acho que é Thief mesmo.
Tem uma orelha. Rogue. É um rogue com arco, né? É legal.
Eita, cara, agora empolguei.
Pô, legal. Ela vai roubar esse cara. Que é isso? Pós-créditos, esse cara vai ser...
Culpado do capeta doido!
Pra quem não lembra, no Diablo 1, quando você matava outro player, não lembro se no 2 era assim também, pra você pegar a orelha dele.
I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo.
Tira aí que o que ele falou.
Seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries
Provavelmente
in
isso é
Diablo 2's
callback
Rogue
pra isso.
encampment served as a great bridge between the games.
Luiz Ledo comentou, o padre era full PVP.
Than we've ever played in before. We're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original Rogues in the series have been up to since the fall of their order, but also what some of the other rogues in the world of Sanctuary might look like. The mantra for Diablo 4 has been customization first, and the Rogue takes this to a whole new level. From the beginning, the Rogue has been an incredibly flexible class, able to adapt to any situation. Our goal is to let you create the kind of Rogue that you want to play. Whether it's an unrivaled archer modeled after the original Sisterhood, or a cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum. In Diablo 4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing the looks, the background, and the playstyle of your character. Please stick around for our segment later today, where I'll be joined by other members of the Diablo 4 team to share a closer look at the rogue class, as well as some of the open-world gameplay that we're bringing to the game. Spoilers, those severed ears are not just for show. But Diablo 4 is not the only Diablo game we're talking about today. If you're looking for an authentic Diablo on mobile, we've got you covered. Diablo Immortal has everything you'd expect from a AAA action RPG. From the visceral combat and epic loot to an all-new story, bridging the gap between the events of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their recent alpha test and what's next for the game. But that's still not all. We have one last bit of very exciting Diablo news to cover. When you hear us talk about the classes, the items, or the stories of the early Diablo games, you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo. Maybe you share that love of the classics, and just hearing us talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time. Or maybe even for the first time. After all, some of our favorite moments happened a long time ago, and not just in Sanctuary years. If so, we have a special surprise for you
Carai.
today. Let's check it out.
Vai ter que jogar, hein, Gustavo?
Ó, esse perguntou. Quero ver como é que... Na verdade, afirmou. Quero ver como vai ser esse negócio de microtransação no jogo.
Caralho, é meio que Diablo 2, velho. Antes de jogar, Gustavo. E faltava o 2, não era pra tu? Aí.
Faltava o 2. Eu faltava só o 2.
Caralho, Gustavo. Remake, pô.
Falta o 2 e o 3, na verdade. O que foi isso que vou lançar? Pera aí que eu vou montar aqui.
Caralho, é muito mal feito.
Fazer o remake, velho.
Vamos ver como é que vai ficar, né? Remastered só, velho. Queria... Caralho. Não, melhorou, velho. Caralho.
Vou voltar pra Blizzard, pô.
É outro jogo, velho, na moral. Tá, tira tudo pelo calendário, é esse jogo agora.
Vou adicionar o backlog pessoal.
Console. Ali. Tá na hora já.
Aê, caralho!
2021. Cara.
After more than 20 years, the Dark Wanderer has returned. And once again, he travels east. Always east. Diablo 2 is a landmark game for Blizzard. Diablo 2 Resurrected is a full HD remaster of both the original game and the expansion, Lord of Destruction. It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date graphical rendering and lighting technologies. It also includes modernizing all 27 minutes of cinematics, recreated shot for shot with the explicit intention of preserving both the look and the pacing of the original movies. Blizzard has a long history of games that we're proud of. And when we think about Diablo 2, we think about it as a definitive pillar in our foundation. Now, it's funny to think that some of you weren't even born when D2 was released, which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience wherever you play. We want everyone to relive their memories or experience the game for the very first time on their platform of choice. And so we're excited to bring Diablo 2 Resurrected to PC and console, along with cross-progression. And for those of you who are in love with the original,
O chat hoje tá pegando fogo, hein?
worked more seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that.
E aí, Jesus, vamos jogar? Fazer aquela maga que tu jogava?
O negócio de Iron Man é sério, viu?
In its original 2D form,
Ok.
much like we did with StarCraft
Ei, o chat.
Obviously, there's a lot to talk about.
Jogar todos os diabos no Iron Man.
Mr. Llama will host a roundtable with members of the development team on the
Jesus, vai jogar Diablo 2, hein, Jesus?
If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I
Jesus
encourage
era
you to take a
viciado
look.
nessa porra.
So, from Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Ah, eu não tô acompanhando não, ele deu a data?
Crusade Classic. To
O quê?
the Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Ele deu a data do lançamento do 2?
Falou que é 2021, mas não falou a data.
And while we have teams
Dá tempo de zerar o 3 e 1.
these
Deve ser
timeless
final do ano.
experiences into your hands, it's actually a very small percentage of our developers working on these projects. Far more people are working on the future of Blizzard. And in addition to what we'll be talking about during the show, we can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us 30 years ago what gaming would look like today, None of us could have predicted the current Blizzard lineup of games.
Overwatch.
The advances in technology are
Diablo
one
1.
thing, but it's really what those advances
Diablo 3,
have
ou
enabled
4, não sei.
that's
Não,
even
4
more
ainda.
incredible. If you think about the people who play games and the community.
Olha, o mesmo CPU que eu tenho aqui em casa, igualzinho, o mesmo modelo. Ah, que eu tinha, na verdade.
Nem vi.
Agora é outro merda que eu tenho.
Where they are in the world. The way people
Ah, não, mesmo, só que o meu é azul.
to express their identity and celebrate who they are through their favorite games, communities, and platforms. The explosion of things like streaming, cosplay, and esports. It would have been hard to imagine any of that 30 years ago. And at Blizzard, that is what excites us about the next 30 years. There is so much that we're working on. And some of it you already know about. The rest, we look forward to talking to you about it when the time is right. Just like the real world, the worlds of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, and Hearthstone are diverse, expansive, and full of potential. We are not only iterating on the experiences that you've come to expect from us, we're also exploring different ways to express our worlds and welcome more players from more places into them. And we aspire to continue to lead on priorities like accessibility and toxicity control, and to continue supporting causes that have a positive impact on the real world. We want to continue to bring those same feelings of joy and achievement that we all felt when we first defeated the Lich King, or beat Diablo on hardcore mode. Because when we geek out on those experiences with others, we can't help but see the similarities between us and feel what's possible when we play together. Of course, there are new Blizzard worlds that we haven't visited quite yet. And when we do finally unveil those games and experiences, our hope is that you will see in them what we do. That no matter who you are or where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories, forge new friendships, and make memories worthy of lasting a lifetime. And through it all, our mission statement of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard, thank you for being on this journey. For me personally, it is the honor of my professional life to serve you, and the honor of all of us at Blizzard to be the caretakers of the worlds that you play in. We are so excited for what's to come this year, next year, and the next 30 years. Now, what's coming next for the show? Well, it depends on where you watch. For those of you looking for an update on Overwatch, check out the behind-the-scenes look into the development of Overwatch 2 over on their dedicated channel right after the conclusion of opening ceremonies. There, you'll hear about Overwatch 2, new content, new features, including new maps, hero missions, talent trees, and more of what we think will make Overwatch 2 a unique gameplay experience. For World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Hearthstone, you'll get a closer look on their respective channels. And on the dedicated strategy channel, some StarCraft legends will be going head-to-head in epic competition. Once again, welcome to BlizzCon Line. Be good to one another. Welcome home. Before we kick things off, here's a little something from a previous BlizzCon headliner.
Hey, thanks for having us. We're Metallica. Thanks for having us at BlizzCon 2014. We would love to be there this year, but obviously can't be. So here we are, and this is for you.
Eu acho que é o showzinho agora do Metallica. tá. Agora é separado, tem os canais separados. Tá de graça com esse ano. Quem quiser ver, pode ver no site. E aí tem uns canais pra cada sessão, cada.
Repete aí.
Eles vão entrar mais agora em detalhes das coisas, dos outros dos jogos. Vai durar hoje e amanhã o BlizzCon, né? Vai ter muita novidade aí.
Entendi.
Mas daí foi a introdução principal.
Isso é o que tinha, tipo, isso é o resumo do evento, basicamente. É tudo que tinha de
os main
Supremo.
né? O resto vai ser mais secundário.
Bota um brega de fundo aí. Pera aí que eu vou botar um brega, pera aí.
Oxi. Não teve nenhuma surpresa gigante, mas foi bom. Tipo, as coisas que tiveram.
Bota o áudio na live pra tu ouvir como tá tocando. Bota o áudio aí, pô.
Programadora não pode parar de aprender. E é por isso que do dia 22...
Começou agora.
Olha isso!
Puta merda, não. Pare.
Olha aí, os caras tocando na BlizzCon, porra, aqui do caralho!
Puta merda.
Super DJ Ronaldo, o fera do YouTube.
Olha aí, Metallica tocando aqui na BlizzCon, pessoal! Que negócio bem do cara!
Adolfo, pô, Metallica. Não adora Metallica, pô.
Me dá um beijo, Cris. Chega batendo.
Ó, vai ser mais do que a live hoje, acho que dia. Vai fazer mais coisa?
Eu vou começar aqui Statics e amanhã eu vou vá não sei o que. Vou fazer o overlay, fazer um negócio organizado pra começar amanhã, tá ligado? O jogo de sobrevivência. Deixa eu mutar aqui que esse negócio tá muito alto. Metallica toca muito Tecnobrega, velho. Pronto, tirei. Então, o que quer dizer é que hoje eu vou começar, acho que eu nem sei se tá instalado. Se não tiver instalado, fodeu, a live explodiu. Mas é começar Gear Statics e amanhã, 7h30, começar o jogo de sobrevivência supremo, tá ligado?
Uhum.
Aí eu vou fazer o overlay na temática Viking, tudo bonitinho. Fazer a divulgação e jogar o calendário nas redes sociais. Cuidado pra não bater o braço no dog, tadinho.
É de mentira, da empalhada, pô. Coitado.
Olha ele aqui, ó.
Ele tá com cara de sofrimento o tempo todo, mano.
Papai. Você tá com cara de sofrimento, papai. Fica aqui no seu lugar. Então, pessoal, vou dar uma pausa bem rápido. Botar Be Right Back bem rápido pra ajustar aqui. Vou ligar o console que tá até com a capinha aqui. Ver se o jogo tá instalado pra ver qual é a live que a gente vai fazer hoje. Que com o negócio da BlizzCon eu acabei me perdendo aqui. Beleza?
Gustavo, pessoal, vou lá. Valeu aí.
Valeu, Krillad, nosso representante da BlizzCon. Na verdade, é o representante Blizzard.
Qual é a hora amanhã?
A hora é 7h30, 19h30 já começa.
Beleza, eu vou tentar aparecer.
E aí, Lost Shot vai jogar também. Vai jogar Lost Shot, Luiz Jesus, Krillad,
Gabriel vai jogar,
Renato.
Eu chamei muito ele.
Quem vai jogar mais? Bloodwash. Tem 5 pessoas já. Ace, se Ace parar de frescura, aí joga também.
Vai ser legal, vai ser legal. Eu conheço mais gente também, se quiser que eu chamo.
Olha o que Lashot falou. Tu me chamou e fica jogando sozinho. Tem ninguém pra jogar.
O Renato derrubou minha câmera aqui. Valeu, Renato.
Vai, pessoal. Vou dar aquela pausa aqui. A gente já volta na live, hein? Obrigado, Cleo, mais uma vez aí. Já já a gente volta.